Good morning and welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Listen, this did cause a big cheer. So many people. I mean, he's 35 at this point in his career, but hey, this is a big moment for Vancouver. Tell us about their star.
Yeah, so Thomas Müller, probably one of the most decorated players of the last 20 years. I mean, he's a Bayern Munich legend. Bayern Munich, a German team, one of the biggest teams in the world. He won 13 German league titles there. He's won a World Cup with Germany. He's scored over 250 goals.
I was looking at the numbers. They're just crazy in terms of the number of goals.
It's
250 goals, 238 assists, 756 appearances, as you said, 33 trophies with the club. This is legendary.
And one of the most prolific goal scorers in World Cup history. He ranks among the top 10 goal scorers in the history of that sort of prestigious tournament. So this is a pretty big get by the Vancouver Whitecaps.
So explain how it came about. I was reading that his now former teammate, Canadian Alphonso Davies, was a bit instrumental in telling him about the Whitecaps in Canada. But why would the team seek in him, and how would it all have come about, John? Yeah,
so he was out of contract with Bayern Munich at the end of this year. So he would have played in the Club World Cup tournament this summer. He was out of contract and looking for a new team. And I think, Vancouver is looking, they're a very good team in MLS right now. They're contending for the MLS Cup. But they're kind of missing one sort of more piece up front. And I think, they kind of saw something in Müller that I think that they feel that they can put them over the top to make them into an MLS Cup contender, the sort of team to win it. And so, an approach was made. I think Alphonso Davies certainly played a part because he's, a teammate of Thomas Müller's at Bayern Munich. And it just all came together rather quickly from what I gather.
Pretty exciting. He's arriving next week. There'll be a media conference and we'll talk a whole lot more about it. But it also struck me yesterday on the program, I was talking about big news out of Los Angeles. They're signing a huge superstar from South Korea, and he's coming in from the Premier League in Tottenham Hotspur. So talk about that a little bit, because big news there too. Yeah,
so LAFC signed Son Heung-min, who is one of the sort of most impressive South Korean players, and in terms of players from all over Asia. Longtime legend with Tottenham Hotspur. He's a little bit younger. He's coming in at age 33, but again, a really impressive goal scorer, someone who's a very excitable player to watch too. He really sort of creates a lot of sort of drama on the pitch. And the fact that LAFC could get a player of his caliber directly from the Premier League, while he still has a little bit of gas left in the tank, that's a big signing by LAFC. And it just shows you how much MLS is growing. I mean, the fact that they can sort of attract these sort of marquee name players, while they still have, like I said, again, a little bit of gas in the tank, it's a big step for the league.
Well, I wanted to get your take on all of it. Of course, Messi's playing in Miami for David Beckham, and he's the biggest name still. But Son is going to be one of the biggest, and now, of course, coming with Müller. But MLS is really, it's a bit of a second act for some of these players, but as you said, there seems to be some real excitement in terms of its expansion and development.
Yeah, I mean, when you think back to the league when it started in 1996, it only had about 8 or 10 teams, and now we're up to 30. And, they've got major TV deals, and the growth of the league has been exponential. And I think a lot of players from across the pond sort of recognize that and sort of want to be spend some time here. To say nothing of the fact, just culturally, it offers a lot of something different, right? A lot of Europeans just sort of want to come to North America. And, it's just, I think the league has a lot to offer, and it's sort of grown exponentially in terms of quality and the star power that it has. So it's not a surprise that, players the caliber of Thomas Müller and Son Heung-min want to come here and play in MLS. It's really exciting days for the league.
It really is, I think. It's exciting to have you in, as always. Really appreciate it. And maybe next week when he arrives in Canada, we'll talk more. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, John Molinari here on CBC Morning Live.